Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into some explosive new leaks about Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3. From the high-stakes final match between Miguel and AXEL, to Kreese's shocking redemption arc, and even some surprising updates on episode lengths, this finale is shaping up to be a wild ride. And yes, we'll also uncover the big question, who might not make it out alive? But before we get into all the juicy details, make sure to smash that like button, share this video with your fellow Cobra Kai fans, and subscribe if you haven't already, because you don't want to miss what's coming next. Alright, let's get started. If you've been following my channel, you already know a lot about what's coming in Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3. From who's likely to win the Sekai Taikai finals to how the tournament connects back to the All Valley, it's all been covered. So, I won't rehash that here. In fact, I've created a dedicated playlist for those videos, and I highly recommend you check it out before watching this one. Now let's talk about one of the most anticipated matchups, Miguel Diaz versus AXEL. Miguel is representing Cobra Kai, while AXEL fights under his Iron Dragon's dojo. Recently, a leaked scoreboard revealed the final score of their match. Miguel dominates with an impressive 28 points, leaving AXEL far behind at just 7. This raises a huge question. How did Miguel manage to crush AXEL? Especially when AXEL was portrayed as nearly invincible in Part 2, no one could touch him. Yoon barely landed a kick, and that was only because AXEL was caught off guard. Even formidable fighters like Robbie struggled against him. In fact, AXEL's defense was so solid that even Daniel LaRusso, the master of defense himself, praised him. AXEL has been compared to Ivan Drago, an unstoppable force in the Cobra Kai universe. So how did Miguel, who couldn't even land a solid hit on AXEL in Part 2, suddenly dominate in the finals? If you've seen my recent video ranking the fighters of Sekai Taikai, you know I placed Miguel at number 2, which sparked some debate. Robbie and Hawk fans weren't thrilled, but as I've said before, I stand by my rankings. This channel isn't about bias, it's about the truth. Now here's the turning point. In the final match, Johnny tells Miguel to show no mercy, and that's when everything changes. Miguel taps into his full potential, going into beast mode. He becomes unstoppable, driven not only by the will to win but by something deeper: justice. AXEL had injured Robbie earlier, and Miguel knows that if he doesn't defeat AXEL, Terry Silver's legacy could triumph. Miguel anticipates AXEL's every move, even countering the same dirty technique AXEL used to take out Robbie. This time, Miguel is prepared. He fights with skill, strategy, and unrelenting determination. In the end, Miguel delivers a decisive victory, clinching the boys' division of the Sekai Taikai. But here's the twist. The points between Cobra Kai and Iron Dragons are tied. This sets up a nail-biting conclusion for the tournament and the series as a whole. Miguel's journey in this match isn't just about victory, it's about growth, resilience, and proving that heart and skill can overcome even the toughest opponent. Now let's dive into one of the most compelling arcs in Cobra Kai, the redemption of John Kreese. For years, the series has teased the idea that Kreese could change, especially in seasons 3 and 4. We saw glimpses of his humanity, moments where it seemed like he might finally step away from the darkness. But time and again, those hopes were dashed. By the time we reached Season 6 Part 1, Kreese had sunk to his lowest point, leaving even his most loyal supporters doubting whether redemption was possible. However, everything changes in the final episodes of Season 6 Part 2. In a dramatic showdown, we see Johnny Lawrence stepping in to save Kreese from Terry Silver. And it's not a moment too soon. If Johnny hadn't intervened, Silver would have killed Kreese without a second thought. This near-death experience marks a pivotal moment for Kreese. But the true turning point comes later, with one of the most tragic events in the series: the death of KWON. KWON's death hits Kreese harder than anyone. He brought KWON into the tournament, pushing him to channel his anger and aggression. In many ways, Kreese feels directly responsible for what happened. For perhaps the first time, he's confronted with the devastating consequences of his actions. Not just for himself, but for those who trusted him. This guilt becomes the catalyst for Kreese's transformation. He blames himself for KWON's death, and it finally forces him to reflect on the path he's taken. From this moment forward, we see a different side of Kreese, a man who's genuinely trying to atone for his past. While details are still under wraps, it's clear that Kreese will team up with Johnny in Part 3, marking a powerful and unexpected alliance. Kreese's redemption isn't just about personal growth, it's about showing that even the most hardened villains can change when faced with the right circumstances. It's a testament to the show's overarching theme, the fight for redemption and the power of second chances. What are your thoughts on Miguel's victory and Kreese's redemption arc? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's shift gears and talk about something every Cobra Kai fan is curious about: the lengths of the episodes in Part 3. According to my sources, most episodes will continue to follow the format we saw in Part 2, running around 30 to 40 minutes. However, two pivotal episodes 13 and 15 are set to break the mold, clocking in at an impressive 50 minutes to an hour. While many fans have expressed a desire for every episode to be an hour long, it's important to remember that quality matters more than quantity. A longer runtime doesn't necessarily guarantee a better episode. What we want is a tightly crafted storyline that keeps us on the edge of our seats, not filler content that drags down the pacing. That said, having two extended episodes is a treat, especially since they'll likely be packed with crucial moments and emotional payoffs. Whether it's the climactic final battles, deep character revelations, or tying up loose ends, these longer episodes will give the show the space it needs to deliver a satisfying conclusion. In the end, it's not about how long the episodes are, it's about how much impact they leave. And if the leaks are anything to go by, Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 is set to deliver a finale that fans will be talking about for years to come. Now, let's address one of the most burning questions flooding my comment section. Who's going to die in Part 3 of Cobra Kai Season 6? Specifically, many of you have asked if Hawk is the one who meets his end. Let me be clear. I don't have confirmation on which character dies in Part 3 just yet. However, I can tell you this. There will be significant character deaths in the final episodes, and one of those pivotal moments will take place in Episode 13. As heartbreaking as it is to think about losing a beloved character, these moments often carry the emotional weight that elevates the series to new heights. The stakes in Part 3 are higher than ever, and the consequences will be felt deeply by all our favorite characters. Rest assured, as soon as I have concrete information, I'll be the first to share it with you. To all of you who've been with me from the beginning, thank you for trusting me to bring you accurate and exciting updates. Your support means the world to me, and I can't express how grateful I am for every like, comment, and share. Together, we've built an incredible community of Cobra Kai fans, and because of you, we're on the verge of hitting a huge milestone, 30,000 subscribers. Once we hit that goal, I'll be hosting a special KWON session as a way to celebrate and give back to this amazing community. I'll also be giving shout-outs to some of my most loyal subscribers, so keep those comments coming. Whether it's questions, theories, or just your thoughts on the series, I want to hear from you. And the more you comment, the better your chances of being featured in an upcoming video. If you've enjoyed this video and found it insightful, please do me a favor. Hit that like button and share this video with your friends. Let's grow our community even further and make this channel the ultimate destination for Cobra Kai fans. Thank you all for watching, and remember, Cobra Kai never dies.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I breathe.